minutes after. Where is she? Hello, friends. I'm ready to do some fun iPad art today. And we are going to make a screensaver. Oh, let me fix this. Is that better, Debbie? I don't know. Anyway, TikTok, hey, hang in there with me. We're trying to get stuff set up on both sides. Hello, Facebook friends. And I have YouTube friends here as well. But we're going to do a fun screensaver today. I think I'm going to turn this like this. Just like this. How about that? And pull up our sample. Hi, everybody. Say hi as you pop on. Say hi as you pop on. Good afternoon, Jackie. So I hope that not going live can't help. Okay, got it, Wanda. I got it figured out. Thank goodness. So thank you for trying to help me. Let's see. So I'm going to go to Procreate. If you're not familiar with Procreate, it's an app. Okay. So let me show you. If you're like, I don't know what she's talking about. This is brand new to me. What is she showing? I want to show you what you need if you want to create art on the iPad. Okay. So we'll start from the basics. This is an iPad. Not just any iPad will work, but a lot of the later models will. We have a link that we can give you that tells you exactly where to go. Or if you want to go ahead and go there, it's Procreate FAQS facts. If you go to Procreate facts, it will tell you, hi Lacey, it will tell you all of the different iPads that are compatible. And because you don't want to think, oh, I have the right iPad, and then all of a sudden you don't, and then you got to buy a new iPad. So think about that. Think about that. And so you need an iPad. The second thing you need is an Apple Pencil to be able to draw. And could you draw with your finger? It is it's very, very hard. Some people think it looks kind of like a kindergarten, like there's like chicken scratch type stuff. But once you can afford to have an Apple Pencil, you'll really be glad you did. Some people buy a stylus and they're not necessarily happy with it because it doesn't have the pressure sensitivity pressure sensitivity that the Apple Pencil does, which helps you to create thin and thin strokes, that kind of thing. So, hi, hello, everybody. Welcome. Okay, so and then the other thing you need is Procreate, the app. It's it's all iOS. They only have iOS right now, and it's like $10 in the App Store. Okay, one fee, $10, worth every penny I've done. So many projects you can't even imagine what kind of projects I've done with this. So here's a quick example. This right here, this design right there, that is my Washi Love Club box. So you can take your designs from here and you can turn them into all kinds of stuff. Let me show you some more things. Okay, how about anybody sew or somebody that sews? This is fabric. I designed this little light bulb on here, and then I had fabric printed out of it. One of the latest things that I've done is my son just got married, and his wife, she did all this artwork around here. Okay, so this is a collaboration. I did the hand lettering. She did the artwork. I did the hand lettering. So I did the hand lettering right here on my iPad. The possibilities are endless. This was my parents' 50th anniversary. I love this because I took their little picture from 50 plus years ago now, and I just was able to cut around it and then add all this embellishing. And some people were like, why wouldn't I use Canva? Because you can't do all the handwriting and all that. It's just special. But I do use Canva for some things. So hello. Jackie loves her shine bright. JJ. Thank you. This is the rehearsal dinner invite. And I lettered this, and then Brittany, my daughter-in-law, she did. This is a screen printed on here. So here's the napkin, one of the cocktail napkin from the wedding. I did the lettering. She added her flowers, and then we had them printed on the napkins. See how it's just, you could do so many things. This is the menu. So I got to write up the menu. That was kind of fun. I wrote menu here. She did all her artwork. It's all digital. Then we had them printed out. A couple more things. Tying in hand lettering with digital art is great. So you can design something and print it out and then use your hand lettering on something. Here's a postcard I made, and it's fun because you can do like coordinating things. Like this is the postcard, and here's a coordinating sticker. And I only drew the church once. I could turn this into a journal. I don't know why I haven't turned that. Wouldn't that be the cutest journal? I need to do that. I need to make this into a journal. I love it. Speaking of journals, I've made, I think, a set of maybe 5 different journals, and here's 2 of them. And I've also made coordinating stickers for them. But this is all from Procreate, all from the iPad. I'm not saying you're wanting to do all this at all. I just want you to know the potential. I have street art that I wish I could show you the street art. I don't know if I ever saved it on here. I need to do that, but I have a design that I created on here. Have I been trained to do that? No. But I designed my artwork and worked with the city of Tyler, where I'm from. And then they put my artwork on an electrical box. And that was just something that I, self-taught artist. I mean, I had a few classes here and there, and my iPad, we did that together. We did that. I know, Lindsay. Lindsay says she wants an iPad now. Of course, you need one. Everybody needs one. Yesterday, this was our Devos and Doodles. I'm doing free classes this week, and this is the free class that we did. I'm so sorry. Hold on. I don't know what happened there. Okay. Are we good on TikTok? Okay. So that's what we worked on yesterday. We did a lot of different fun techniques. We did this on paper as well. Now this, I don't think we did that one free, did we? Tonight we're doing a fun class that is going to be, we're going to do fall doodles. Fall doodles, and you can join whether you have either, whether you like paper or, you want to learn how to hand letter, Trish? Girl, stick with me. Stick with me. I actually have my membership open right now for anybody who wants to join. I only open it a couple times a year, so you just happen to catch me at the right time. Okay, hang on. I'm thinking, where are my screensavers? Mobile, wallpaper, mobile. There it is. Okay, so here's what we're making today. I'm going to just take you step by step. Anybody can do this. It's very simple. Do you think you can do this? Absolutely, you can. So Trish, and anybody else interested, Debbie has put the link to my memberships, and it will tell you all about it. Just ask questions. I mean, it's not for everyone, right? And so we would love to have you if it fits your needs. Okay, the first thing we're going to do when we start, we're going to start from nothing, okay? Pretend like you have a blank screen here. We're going to hit this plus sign right there, and it's going to pull up a canvas. We're going to make our own canvas. Now, when you're designing your screensaver, you have to have a certain size, because if you don't, sometimes you may save a picture of something and it's just blown up and you can't get it. Yes, Duran, Tyler, Texas. Yes, yes, yes. Are you from Tyler? And I love your little sunflower emoji. And so what you're going to do now is you're going to figure out what size it is. And then there's a plus sign right underneath that plus sign. It's the black box. Hit the plus sign. And then go down to, we're going to stay with pixels. And we're going to do 1920. Now let's do 1080. I can't remember which one it is. 1080 by 1920. Or 1920 by 1080. We'll see. Either way it works. So 1080 by 1920. Okay. And you want it to have a 300 DPI just for the quality sake of it. And then I'm going to hit create. Okay. Everything this is pre-recorded right here. You can watch the replay. Everything I do, 90% of everything I do, unless it's a special circumstance, always has a replay. And if you join the membership, then we have the replay in the Facebook group and the website, because some people like to watch it in different ways. So yeah, but everybody's busy. So you just cancel when you have to cancel. It is what it is. You have to schedule a time. You know, people from and still in Tyler. You have to schedule a time. It's just like anything that we really, really want to do. Like there was a time I was this passionate about playing tennis, and I made time for it, right? Now, do I have time for tennis? No, because it's not like my passion right now. So, okay. Now, the next thing we're going to do is if you have a template, which right now we've given templates to the Sweet Treat Lettering Tribe for them doing the challenge this week. We want to show you what it's like to have a template, because in my membership, I give templates out every single week. It's just a guide for you to go by. If you're in my Hand Letter Doodle and Pray Facebook group, you got a template. If you're in my iPad groups, you got a template for this, okay? And so what happens when you get to this point is you can just start drawing. But if you want a little bit of guidance, I have a template for you. So we're going to go here and I'm going to insert, I'm going to add, go to under actions and hit add. And then you can insert a photo. When I go to insert a photo, I've got to look and find that template. Sorry for all of this hot mess of a, goodness gracious, when did I design this thing? Did I already pass it? Do y'all see sunflowers? Hang on. Sorry. Okay, hello, right here. All right, the template's right here. And when I open that, it's going to pull it right into the project, and it is ready to go. If you don't have it, just play around with me. Watch me. I can still walk you through it. So the first thing I tell my tribes to do is to go to that layer. Right now, we only have one layer. We just have this template, right? If we take the template off, we have nothing. We just have a blank page. So, and I'm going to talk to you like you're brand new and you've never done this before. Okay. But my classes work for any level, anybody who's just started or has been doing this for a while. And then I'm going to take that in. There's a little letter N right here. I'm going to click on it, and underneath it says opacity. I'm going to turn the opacity down. What's that going to do? That's going to make this lighter so I can trace it. I have it as a guide, but it's not like overpowering, right? I just have it as a guide. Now, the next step is the most important part. Make a new layer. Hit the plus sign. Make a new layer. And I'm just going to outline everything in black. And I'm going to use the mono line. This is going to look a little bit different, a little bit more bold than the actual, hi, Brittany, than the actual original. Okay. So I'm going to make sure there's nothing on this layer. Always double check that or I try to. And then I'm just going to start drawing. Okay. Now I got to be careful. Did I draw that on its own layer or on the template? So if I take the template away, is it still there? Yes. Okay. Always check your layers. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to teach you a trick. I want you to draw out your sunflower. Just trace it. I'm putting leaves behind leaves. Okay, so here's the trick. I want you to, because it's the only thing on that layer, I want you to swipe it to the left and duplicate it. Okay, so now we have two of those. See, two right here. Where are they? 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm going to move one over to show you. We have two. Okay. So what we want to do is take that second one and move it around or make it bigger or smaller, however you want to do it. So I'm just going to click on it. And then down at the bottom, you can rotate it, you can flip it, or you can just use this and make it go where you want. But I know if I rotate it around to where I want it, then I know it's going to be kind of where I want it. Does that make sense? So this is going to be a little bit different than the original. I mean, you could make it bigger. Oops. Sorry. That's more of the size it was. I probably drew that one first. It doesn't matter. You get the idea, okay? So then I'm going to duplicate. I'm going to duplicate the first one again, and I'm just going to keep doing that around the page. I want to make it to where it's like staggered, though. I don't want it to look like it's too like perfect. So we're going to rotate again and figure out where I want this one. Okay, I'm going to put it here. I'm changing up my template. Sorry, I can't help myself. Can't help myself. And then I'm going to duplicate that original one again. And then I'm going to turn, 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 turn. If you learn anything today, please tell me. just say I learned something, because it always makes me feel so good when you do. Sometimes I'm like, does anybody learn anything? Okay, there's that one. I'm doing the same one. I'm going to flip it. Okay, this time I'm going to just flip it. I'm just going to flip it. Let me take off this back. Okay. Now, let me show you one thing. Whenever I copied these and moved them, you have to be careful because sometimes part of it goes off the page and then you don't have it closed in. This is important that we close it in like that. Okay. Now one more. Flip it. I'm just flipping instead of rotating. I'm going to make it smaller. Put it right there. And then I'm going to duplicate that one and see what happens if I put it here. Okay, you get the idea of what we're doing. This is good practice. And look here, I did that again. I got to fix this and fix this. Okay, so that's our basic outline. Where's the hand letter doodle and pray group? I have the book, but I didn't realize there's a group. Yes, there is. Sweet Treats 2, never found the one for iPad. Okay. You learned something, Donna. Woohoo! My schedule's now crazy. I don't always make it to class, but when I do, yay, thank you. You learned something, yay. Okay, so now you can fill it in, play with it, do whatever you want, but I like to go ahead and make sure that you do your lettering. You're welcome, Marie, in here, because I like to make sure it fits. Before we start doing all our coloring and all the things, I kind of want to have a guide of where I want to go. So let's just say for just because you're not designing it necessarily. Some of you may be, most of you probably aren't. You have about this much space that you're going to put your lettering in. So you can actually take the background away even. I'm going to combine my background for now to make it easy. When we are in my membership group, we get to talk about this more in detail. And like last night, we had a Zoom call and people got to ask questions and all. So if I'm going a little fast for you, that's normal. It's hard to, that's why videos, the replays are so important. You can watch and then Tina learned something. Oh, thank you, Tina. Yay. Okay, so I took the background off. So basically all our lettering needs to fit in this area, something like that. Does that make sense? So when I designed the original, I kept that in mind. Now mine was a little bit different. So, but I knew to design kind of right in there. So I should be tracing the template exactly but it just kind of shows you how to create the template. So I'm going to go back to the tracing the template. Okay, so a new layer all by itself. We don't want to write on this template. And we're going to start lettering and see how this has a thin and thick stroke. You don't understand layers, layer mask. Yes, that's a good thing. Going in cog 4 a bit. That is something that we really break down, that kind of things in my tribe. It's hard to just like quickly just like, here's how you do that. This is a YouTube video. It absolutely is. It will be, the replay will be on YouTube and on Facebook. So anyway, we're going to thank you for asking, by the way. I appreciate that. Hopefully you'll be able to, Casey, watch the replay on that. But if y'all do want to know more, my membership closes tomorrow. So make sure that you go to craftwithchristie.com and then figure out what all I offer, how much it is and all that. I offer 2 price points. So usually it fits somebody's price point. Okay. So we want to go to a brush that makes a thin and thick stroke. Okay. And then we're going to go down to calligraphy. This is a brush I use a lot in calligraphy, and we're going to go to script. Script should come on your standard Procreate. Okay, and then I'm just going to start writing. I give templates every week because I want you to practice your lettering. What's the best way to learn? By tracing, because this is building your muscle memory. Okay, and when you start playing with this Procreate it is harder to control than you might think. In fact, I'll show you a quick tip right now. If you have been playing with it and you're like, it's so wiggly, even on the script, when your letters, when you write, it's just kind of wiggly. You don't like the way it looks. A lot of times you can fix that by going to that brush, click on it, open it up, go to stabilization, StreamYard, and turn your turn your streamline up. And it makes it more streamlined, okay, more stable. So Mimi, yes, the template's in there. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, next. I'm going to go ahead and use the same brush for this, even though I'm not doing a standard traditional brush calligraphy. It's one of those things you just have to play with because it's practice like anything else. Pro basketball players still practice, don't they? Anything we want to get better at. Have you ever heard, this is about cooking, have you ever heard that if you don't use it, you'll lose it? If you don't keep, quote, practicing, you'll lose it? Well, a lot of people say that about grandmas who haven't cooked in years, and all of a sudden they try to cook again, and it's just not the same. I don't know if you've experienced that, but I hear that in my family, and it's like if you don't use it, you lose it. So you always want to focus on and practice what you want to be good at. That's just a, I don't know, side note example there. But even I have to practice because when I first start lettering, I'm a little shaky. So it takes a minute to kind of warm up your juices, get them going. There is a replay, Tracy. Absolutely. So there's our lettering. Our lettering can be all alone if it wants to be. And I'm going to take that template off to show you. Okay. So what you should have now is everything drawn together. I'm just going to turn this up for that. Okay. And this is the fun part because now we get to color it, right? Yay. Okay. So if you want to use the colors that I have, you can, let's see. Let me pull in. I'm going to show you. I'm going to pull in, if you click on Canvas, you can pull in on Drawing Guide. I mean, reference right underneath it, reference. And then image. And then you can pull up that graphic and it'll pull it onto your iPad here. Whoops. So you have it, so you can look at it up close. You can zoom in on it to get those colors that I have if you want the same colors. But this is nice because it can be moved out of your way a little bit and it's not like it's not covering the canvas. So if you want my colors, we have posted, where have we posted this, Debbie? Where people can get that. Can we post the final one in the groups? I'm not sure if I know we put the sketch in there. Okay. I don't know if I've sent it to you or not, but I will. Anyway, so, because a lot of people like to use the colors once they see colors that they like. Now, I was thinking with this, I wanted to tie in not just necessarily just the traditional colors, but maybe a little purple in with it. And so it's always nice in the background to have blue for like the sky, representing the sky. But I wanted to kind of make it, I don't like flat. I'm all about dimension and all that. So let's start with the flowers. And I'm not going to color on top of these flowers. Okay. I'm not going to color on top of the flowers. I'm going to make a layer and I'm going to go underneath. Hang on just a second. I'm going to move my lettering over. It's overlapped in a few places. That's not a big deal. Okay. Sorry. I should have gone exactly by the template, but yeah, no. Okay. So what we're going to do now is make a layer behind what we've just drawn out. You don't need your template at all. And then I'm going to choose a brush. The brush that I have here, I like it because it's like, I don't know, it's real textured like. And so I'm going to click here and I'm going to go to drawing. No, inking into dry ink. Okay, dry ink. It's this one right here underneath inking. Inking, dry ink. Okay, and then I'm going to pick the color I want. And the easiest way to do the color picker is to put your finger on the color you want, and see how it makes that magnifying glass. And once you get the magnifying glass where you want it, then right here, up here in the top, it's going to change to that color once you let go. So now I have that to use it, right? I'm not dropping color. I'm coloring right behind. Remember, it's on its own layer. I'm coloring right behind the sunflower. And this is so therapeutic to me because I enjoy coloring. Now, am I worried about going outside of the lines? Absolutely not. If you look here, to me, part of the charm is having them outside the lines. I'm not looking for perfection. If that bothers you, just don't do it as far outside of the lines. But I do challenge you to try something new and different and let go of your perfectionisms. So one of the first things I tell my tribe members that let go of that perfection, because that steals all our joy. Okay, now we're going to take that and we're going to go do orange now, like an orangey red, a really bright. Here you can't tell because I blended it a lot, but let's just say I wanted to click on that. And my brush is really big, so I can turn my brush size down. Oops. Now, if that ever happens, you're like, wait a minute, I have, orange up there. Why is it white? Sometimes it turns to an eraser. So just know before you do anything else, go back and make sure you have the brush selected. Okay, so now I'm just kind of going around here. But look, it doesn't look like that in the end. We're blending it out in a minute. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and do a purple. We're going to see. I may do it on a different layer, but for right now, let's do this. Okay, now to blend it, we're going to go to this blending tool, this right here. Okay, I'm going to click it. It looks like an airbrush type thing, and it's on damp brush, which is under painting. I like to use this for blending. Okay. And then I'm going to take it. I don't know how big it is right now. Now watch my orange. Let me get bigger for you. See how my orange, I'm kind of blending that into the yellow. I don't want it to have a harsh line at all. I just want it to have some dimension. And you can just keep going. I don't want a harsh line. Pretty easy, huh? And if you thought, oh, it's still, add some yellow. Go back and add some yellow if you want, so you can blend it even more. So it doesn't have like too much orange in one spot. That's something you can just play with and play with and play with. Super fun. And now with the purple, I'm going to blend that just a little bit to come outside of it, but not a lot. That makes sense? If you need to make the brush smaller, you can manipulate it more closely. Can you see that right there where it's kind of changing a little bit? But don't spend too much time on it because no one's going to see all the details like that. Thank you, Dana. Dana's loving this. Yay. Okay, now just like what I did a minute ago, where I copied and pasted all the things, I'm going to show you how to do that too. Although you don't necessarily need to. I'll make this smaller. It's in my way. Okay. And what I mean is, I'll show you. We're going to swipe to the left, duplicate. Okay. Could I have done that with the whole thing in the beginning? Yes, but there's like 100 ways to do one thing. So if you're like, why didn't you do it that way? That's okay. I say that every time I watch someone too. Yay, PJ. I'm so glad. Every time I watch someone, I'm like, why'd they do it like that? And there's a lot of reasons, but just know that's cool. You can do it more than one way. Now I'm going to, remember how I was doing rotate, 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 rotate. Now I'm going to slide over here and kind of get that where I want. And then remember how I made that bigger. It's sometimes just as easy just to color the whole other thing, but I made that work. It's going out of the lines. Yippee, success. That's what we want. Now I'm going to duplicate that original one again. I'm going to go down here. I'm going to flip it. I don't remember what fits what anymore. Hang on, sorry. Okay, this is where we're going to be like, let's not worry about it. We're just going to draw for fun. Okay, so you could change the color. You could make it a little bit more yellow golden. See, I like that. I like that better actually. But you can mix the two. You just want to make sure it all blends together. Now sometimes I get a little bit crazy, and maybe you just kind of want to clean that up a little bit, but it doesn't bother me. But sometimes I do get a little crazy. And then let's just color them all because coloring is fun. Coloring is so fun. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching today. I'm glad you're here and I hope you're enjoying. If you haven't joined the tribe and you have questions, that's what we're here for. And if you have joined, congratulations and welcome. A lot of you have already joined. Good to have you. One thing that people worry about is that they're not going to commit to what they signed up to. And it's a choice. You just have to make a choice. Am I committed to doing this or not? Or you can say, you know what? I'm going to try for a month and see, and I can always cancel. So our mini tribe is only $18. If I did one class singly, I would normally charge more than that for one class. So. But the best deal is the $33 a month because you get 4 classes, 4 templates. You get 2 years of like other projects we've already done. Blah, 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 blah. Private Facebook group, the website and the app is one of my biggest perks, I think. Okay, so now I'm just going to give you freedom to go in and do whatever. Whatever you want to do. And then we'll go back and we'll blend. I might do each of these just a little bit different so you can see the difference. Just want you to play and relax. And one thing I love about the iPad is you can do it anywhere. I have designed things on an airplane. My group is my happy place. Oh, so sweet, Linda. I love you waking up to us too. And so I can go to the couch with it right now and not have to make a mess with a bunch of other, supplies. And if I'm in a hurry and I don't want to clean something up and, sometimes if you have company, you're like, I don't want to have company because I got to clean off the table with all my art supplies. This is just this. This is it. This is what you got. You don't need anything else. Okay, let's go ahead and do some blending. That's what this little guy is. We're blending this together. But send us a private message if you have questions about like, what iPad do I need? Or, I mean, I can tell you what's my website to go to right now too. But if you're still like, because I know what it's like. I'm like, wait a minute. I don't want to just jump into something. You got to know all the details. Okay, so just keep blending. I'm not blending as much as I would just because I'm trying to finish, I don't want you to have to be here all day because I can do this all day. I can do this all day. You can also finger paint. I want to teach my tribe members, whoever's on here, remind me to teach y'all finger painting. We need to do that pretty soon. I haven't taught it in a long time, and it's so fun. It's one of the first lessons I ever taught, actually. So see how we mix up all those colors together. I like that one because it has the darker and the lighter. Okay, last one. Not spending as much time on that one. Okay, so now it's looking pretty good, but to me, the final pulling in the background makes all the difference. Is there a good place to start as a new member? Yes, there is. Are you already signed up? And we'll tell you exactly where to go to make sense of everything. Because not only are we a lettering membership, but we're iPad lettering or like paper lettering. And so when you join Procreate, you learn how to use Procreate first. Then you have lessons on how to hand letter. And then we have weekly classes that keeps you learning. So Donna says, as mentioned, my life is crazy, but spending time with you and Miss Debbie and the tribe soothes my soul. Ah, thank you. Thank you. And y'all are such a blessing too for us to have you there. So I'm going to click on this blue color because I want that as my background. And to find out how to change your background, down here at the very, very bottom, that is the background color. Right now it's white. So if I click on this, I can change it to any color, right? So I can change it to this color or this color. I can roll around here and change it to any color. So you get to play around and do the color that you want. I'm going to use that color. Okay. And now I'm going to take like a purpley color, kind of like the purple I used over here. And I'm going to make a new layer. Okay. Jerry, okay. So is there a trick to the blending tool? Yes. Just like anything else, is practicing and learning how to use it. So let me make sure when you click on blending tool, are you using damp brush, or what brush are you using right there? Because if you're using some of these other ones as a blender, it doesn't work pretty good. So you have to pick the right brush. So tell me first of all, if that's the brush you're using, because I want to help you the best way I can. Okay, so I'm going to pick okay, we're going to start a new layer, but we want it all the way at the bottom, right above the background. Okay, so here's our background. This is our bottom, this is our background. We want it right on top of that. Okay, that's our layers. And then we've got our sunflower layer. All of these layers are all on top of each other, right? So that's what this is right here, those little layers. Okay. Now I made that new layer. There's nothing there. And I'm using that same brush. Remember, we're on dry ink. I'm turning it all the way up, and then I'm going to start coloring. I just picked a lighter blue. I'm going to start coloring. Can't see that very good, so I'm going to pick a different color. I'm going to do like more of a turquoise so you can really see it. Okay, this is the background. I'm not covering up anything. Why is it going underneath there? Because I am underneath those layers. I'm down here. Remember, the sunflower layer is up here. You go down, 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 down. I'm almost to the background color. Okay, and then you play around, and then you just start blending like this. And see how it has that dimension? You can't see it good. Yeah, Jerry, play around with your brush. The brush makes all the difference. It's not you. It's just knowing the right tools to use. Okay, I'm going to use a darker color so you can see. Okay, see that? Now I'm going to blend. More like that. Okay, I'm going to take that off and start over. I need to go to this color. Why do I always try to do something different? I don't know. So make a new layer. Make sure it's at the bottom. And then we're going to color. Oh, wait. Sorry. Ignore me for a second. Let me get this fixed. Okay, this should be the background that I was using for the original. Okay, and so then I started taking this purple color, which is going to seem super extreme and dark, and I started coloring with it like this. And you're like, whoa, but that's what I love, that blue and that purple together. And so now we're going to go to our blending tool, and let's just start blending it out like so. Okay, and then if you think, gosh, it's just too much purple, which I like it. I don't necessarily think it's too much purple, but if it is, go back with that blue you had and kind of go back over it a little bit and then blend that. The one thing that I do like, though, is with your lettering, your words, you want to make sure that your words aren't, that they stand out really good. So we might change our words to white. I'm gonna angle my words, and the only reason is because I didn't copy the template exactly, and so I'm gonna see if I can get them in a better spot. Okay, don't know if you saw that line, but it helped me center it. Okay, so now what do you think about that purple? Isn't the purple, isn't that, look at that. That just adds so much dimension. To me, that's what makes it so pretty. And when you're coloring and you have that background, see these purple dots right here underneath the sunflower? How'd that happen? That happened because this brush is the brush we use, the dry ink. It's not a solid brush. It leaves like little holes everywhere. So I think that makes it look really cool. And again, if you don't love this look, you just go over and you erase it. You clean it up. Just clean it up like that. But I'm going to have mine messy. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to keep doing the purple. And I have one more thing to show you, maybe two more things that is so fun that I love so much. Okay, so I'm going to go around and, uh-oh, what just happened? Pop quiz, what just happened? If you're in my tribe, you know, probably. So I just started writing on the wrong layer, and look, it's covering up the sun. And if I happen to leave Procreate, if I got a phone call and I close this out, when I came back, I cannot fix this. I cannot, it's there. It's married to this. It's married to the layer that it's on. Right now, it is with the sunflowers, married. However, since I haven't left the program, I can just back up and it'll come off. Okay. Okay, let's go to the right layer. That's why layers are so important. I'm going to go down to the bottom, and then we're going to keep playing. We're going to add our purple here and there, trying to leave the, oh, I really like to do it like behind the flowers because that makes it kind of poke out. And then, I mean, it kind of makes the purple pop out, like pop. What do you think? It looks kind of crazy at this point, but then you get that blending tool and, oh, it looks good. Looks good. Okay, one more thing. I'm going to change the text to show you, but then I want to do a splatter paint right after that. Wrong layer. I know Linda, she gets an A+ today. Linda gets an A+. She's a good student. Hi, Veronica. She's paying attention. You always get the pop quiz answers right. Okay. Now I'm going to change the lettering to white because I always like to look, what stands out better? Which one looks better? Do I like the white? Do I like the black? You can change to other colors too. My favorite is just white or black. The purple with the flowers is pretty. Thank you, Mimi. I know, I love that color combo. This is inspired by one of my best friends who's going through a really hard time in life right now. It's bad. And so she loves sunflowers. So I want her to stand strong and face the sun. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to that lettering. Okay, remember, lettering layer. I'm going to click on the layer and we'll know that was the lettering layer. We're on the right layer. Now I want to change that to white. An easy way to do that would be to click right here and go to select. Okay, and whenever I hit select, whatever color is up here, the color wheel, that's what it's going to change it to. Okay, but I'm going to show you that's not what I want. So I'm going to hit select. And it went to the purple. Now, I'm not saying I don't love it. It may be beautiful. It may be exactly what you're looking for, but I want white. And so it's still selected. And then I'm just going to click on white and it turned white. If yours doesn't work that way, just make sure you have freehand and color fill selected here. Mine always does that. So I don't know if there's a setting that just check out all your settings. Okay. So what do you think? We could shadow you have to decide which one. Do you like black or white for tell me if you like black or white. There's the white in the comments. White or black? Black or white? And if you're my tribe, you probably already know how to shadow. If you've been in there for a while, you probably know how to shadow, or you can use both of these, and so much more that we can do, y'all. But I only have about 5 more minutes. You like the white better? Mimi likes the black better. I think you can't go wrong. I mean, come on. Come on. You can't go wrong. Okay. And we're going to do the little, one of my favorite things is I just love, you know what we didn't do? We added a lot more color with leaves. So you're going to do the same thing in the background with leaves. Sorry, I didn't do that. So quickly, I'm just going to go ahead and do the same thing I've already done. I want to make sure I'm down towards the bottom. And I'm going to get the right brush. What in the world? Where'd that come from? Okay, I want to make sure I'm underneath, and then I'm going to start drawing some leaves. I actually did that when I made the original one. I forgot about leaves. I don't know why. Because the green just adds so much more. Just leaves here and there, there, and everywhere. Okay, I'm taking off the sunflowers and the outline because I want to see where my leaves are that I drew. Okay, there they are. I'm going to go ahead and drop color on with those. No, I don't have to. Okay. I'm going to pull that other stuff back up so I can see. But I'm on that layer. I need to make a new layer because I don't want to color right on the line with the black lines. Yay! She just joined. I don't see who it is though because it just says Facebook user. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you. So glad. You'll be glad. You will be glad you joined. Okay, you will. Take time out for yourself. Okay, I'm going to go back to that other brush. Take time to do it for you. Inking. I did not sleep very good. I haven't slept very good for the last several nights, so I feel like my brain is a little short. Short, I don't know if the word short, but like I can't think very quickly or yeah. See, I can't even get words out. All right, so what do you think? Adding the green really makes a difference, do you think? I think so. And that may not be the right green. Let's go back and let's do a darker shade of green. And give it some dimension. So see how I gave it some dimension here? And then if you want to go back and blend it, you can blend it. So I already showed you how to do this. And if you just got here, we have the replay. You'll have the replay to watch. I have one more class tonight before our the tribe closes for only open twice a year. And it's going to be fun. We're going to do doodles, fall doodles on the iPad and on paper. So you don't want to miss that. It'll be fun. I keep doing the wrong thing. It will be fun. Oh, well, there's two more things I want to show you. Okay. One of them was to put some dots inside here. With my tribe, I gave them a brush that I made, and it's called Christie's Dots. And so I'm just going to show you that I gave them this and how they can use it. Oops. So we're going to go up here to the top. I picked a lighter purple. And I need to make that bigger. And then you can do, you know how sunflowers has their dots in it. And then kind of go down and do maybe a darker one and kind of layer some. I think the darker would look good too. Really dark purple. Anyway, and then if you want to, you can leave the dots as is, or if you want to blend them, you can do some blending in there too, where there's not all perfect dots there. Okay, that's what I did on my original. So see, when it's not up, up close, you see everything like, oh my gosh, those are like circles or whatever. But if you hold it down here, it doesn't look like as obvious of just like polka dot circles. Does that make sense? Okay, and then the last thing is we're going to go to, I'm going to get rid of this thing. We're going to go to brushes and we're going to go to spray paint down here. Spray paints. I love the spray paint. Okay, and I go under flicks. Flicks is my favorite. Y'all, if you're watching on TikTok, I'm so sorry the screen is like crooked. That drives me insane, but I couldn't get it fixed before we got started. All right, flicks. Now it's going to do flicks on here. And then we need to think about what colors we want. I'm just going to start with this dark purple because that's what's on here. So when I click it, see, did you see all that? It went all over the sunflower. If you like that, great. But if you don't, think about what do we need to do different. We need to go down, make a new layer and put it underneath our sunflowers, put it underneath our words, wherever you don't want the splatter to be on top of. So now when I hit the splatter, watch where it goes. It's just going to go not on top of that stuff, just behind it, underneath it. But with the splatter, you can use it that size, or you can like make it bigger and you can see, look how big that got. It's kind of big for the scale of this project. So I would probably not do that size. You can do small, but sometimes you get it so small and you can barely see it. So you can't see that at all. Oops. You can't see that at all unless I just keep doing that. So, okay. So keep that in mind. Another thing, when I do splatter, I like it subtle. Like I just like to have that little bit of, and the reason I like the splatter so much on here is because it has that look to me of that, I don't know, what's the dry brush, that kind of look of like almost not sloppy, but just artsy. Let's just call it artsy. Okay. And so let's go do it and do a little bit of this purple. So, and you can over splatter. It's so easy to over splatter. So I just dab it once. So you could hold it down and do this if you wanted to, but I'm very selective of where I want my splatter and what size I want it. So there's one dot. I'm good with that. It's still subtle. Put a dot down here. I like that. I'll put one like right here, like that. I still like it. If you get it in a place where you just, like if it's right, like if it was right to where you couldn't read something, I mean, just take you can erase part of it. You don't have to do the whole thing. Sometimes I get it where I don't want it, but that may not bother you, but for me, it's not balanced and it's a little distracting to have that cover that. Let me do a part right here and then go ahead and play around and try different colors. But again, I like to be strategic. So for example, let's change it to like a white. And see, the white's kind of pretty, but it's not real subtle. So let me show you this. I'm going to start a new layer. I'm sorry. I show y'all so many things. I need to stop so you don't have so many options. Okay. So let's click the white. I'm just going to put a lot on there to show you. Okay. So there's the white. It's a little galaxy looking to me right now, but maybe I like the idea of the lighter color. So I'm going to click on that layer and watch. I'm going to change the opacity. So I want you to see what happens. I'm going to turn it down, 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 down. So it's still light, but it's soft and it's not competing to me with all the other stuff on the page. Does that make sense? But again, it has to be on its own layer to do that. But you can do that with any color. So I'm going to stop, as hard as it is for me to stop right now. And I'm going to give you a chance to ask a few questions if you want. I'd love to know if you did this with me, or if you are going to watch the replay, or if you've never lettered or never played on the iPad. Tell me your story while you're here. Tell me what's happening in your world right now. Thank you, Veronica. Appreciate that. Martha Bloodworth, welcome. I'm so glad you joined. You know what? StreamYard is finicky, so don't. As long as you just tried and it didn't work, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, what kind of questions do you have? Tell me if you, I know a couple of you said you learned something today, but you did it on paper. See, that's what I love, Mimi, is that I'm trying to make people understand whatever I do here can be done on paper. And so beginner basic. Okay, I'm glad you're here too. You love watching this? Yay! Yay, yay, yay. So I'm going to show you every week we do on paper for one tribe and then the other one on the iPad, the same lesson. So yesterday, or the day Monday, I taught this lesson. It's hard to see without the lighting, and then Tuesday, I did my iPad group, and we did the same lesson, but on the iPad. Okay, so you see it? You see the similarity? Hang on. We get some light on the subject. But I do have to let you know, if you're interested in tribes, it's always a scripture. So it's faith-based. That will not change. So if that's not your gig, then I understand. We might not be the fit for you. But if you're like, I want to focus on Bible scriptures, I want to learn more, I want to meditate on scripture, that kind of thing, whether you're a Christian or not, it's okay. We'd still love to have you. But that's what we do in our groups. Just got an iPad delivered and hoping to start learning soon. Yay! Lynn, that's awesome. I know you're excited. Yay. Okay, she just put the link in the comments on Facebook if you want to learn more about joining. Anyway, so I have both tribes. And then tonight, let me show you. Tonight we're going to do, it's a page from my hand lettering book, my blue one. We're going to do doodles from this. Getting there. Hold on. I got to get all the way to the fall. Where's the fall? Getting closer. July. There's the fall. Okay, so we're going to do some of these doodles. So come back tonight so you can play around. Whether you're on the iPad, whether you're on paper, it doesn't matter. Maybe you have kids, grandkids. This is just therapeutic. Okay, I'm going to walk you step by step on how to draw some of these things. Okay, tonight at 7 p.m. Right, Mrs. Debbie? I'm trying to do everything at the same time each time I do it. 7 p.m. I hope to see you tonight. Oh, does anybody have a question? It's always when I have my iPad right here, it's easier to show you like how everything works. So I'll just show you for anybody who wants to hang out for a minute. When you if you join and you have a Facebook page, we have a group. So let's just say you would be in the Shine Bright group if you signed up. And the class that we're doing is live right now. That's it. So it'll still be in here. That's the class. This is some artwork from our students. I mean, I'm so proud. It makes me so excited to see their artwork. So there's the template from today. And then this is artwork from our students. These are classes that I have taught, and that is their work. That is Jackie's work from learning from my class. Okay. Sometimes it looks almost exactly like mine. Sometimes the colors are completely different. Usually there's a little style difference, which makes it fun. Like this is Jackie's that she did last night, and you saw mine. It's a little bit different. So she added some more details and fun stuff. And so it's just great. And there's Sandra's. It's just great inspiration to be a part of this group and community. However, if you are not, hang on, sorry, I'm going to go faster and show you. Well, let me show you this other part. So files, if you go to files, all of these are, see, it says brush. I know it's hard to see on the camera. These are brushes that I have made and given to them. So for example, the Modern Rose, let me see if I can, that's not what we do. I showed them how to pull it into the iPad. Some of you might want to know, how do you add a brush to your iPad? So let me show you this real quick. Click on the brush, and then it just pulled up. This is the brush. I'm going to see how it says Procreate brush. I'm going to do the arrow thing where you can copy it, save it, whatever. And I'm right here, I have Procreate. See right there, it just takes it right to Procreate. There's my messages, there's my emails, but there's Procreate. And I'm going to click on that, and it brought it into Procreate. So when I go to a project and I go to brushes, I mean, imported right here, then that's where the Modern Rose went. I know that might've been quick, but it's really easier than we think. Sometimes we make it harder. It's like, oh, what do I do? But that's how simple it is. Okay. How to put a brush. So I have a lot of brushes that I've designed, and I'm doing more and more brushes. Are all the brushes used today base brushes that come with the iPad? Most of them, yes. Most of them, yes. The dot one is the only one I think I showed you that I've drawn. Anyway, so here's another brush I'll be giving y'all soon. I don't think I've given you this. Have I given y'all the banner one? the banner one. I got to use it in one of our next lessons. Then I'll give it to you. Ooh, there's some crosses too. Where's my banner? It's because I can't see. Oh, here they are. Okay, look at this banner. Look at this. Oops. It's white. That's not good. Okay, ready? Huh! Look at that banner. Y'all are going to get this banner. I got to start using it. I also have another banner too. Which one do you want? Which one do you want next time? I've got this one also. Got to make a new layer. Sorry. What's happening? Procreate's like, you're moving too fast for me. Slow down. Okay, ready? Y'all excited? I'm so excited. So then we can write on top of this whatever it is we want to write. Let me get a different brush. Okay, I'm going to use this for this coming Monday's class. I'm excited. I forgot I had designed this a while back, and I'm like, because some banners are fun to draw on your own, you know, they're easy, but some of them like this, I don't want to draw this a lot of times. One time was good enough for me, right? And let's see what happens if we change the color. If we want to change the color of the banner. Why did that happen? Because it was on the wrong layer. So see lots of options of what you can do. Fun, fun, fun. Okay. All right. I think I was just telling y'all about the fall class that we're going to do tonight at 7 p.m. So I hope to see you then. And I'll be live on all the things, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Instagram, I'm sorry. I just can't. I don't have room for you in my life. But if I could figure out how to do Instagram too, it would happen. But I've made my choices. This is where we got to spend our time. I love y'all TikTok. Glad y'all are on here. And y'all know I love you too, Facebook and Instagram. I don't want to, YouTube. I don't want it to sound like it's a whole thing. I love you who's watching, not a whole Facebook. I love you that's watching. So thank you for being a part of this. It means so much to me that this is my job, that the Lord has provided this way for me to make a living. And so, and y'all are so encouraging. I really appreciate that. So thank you so much for watching. Yes, Mimi, I'll see you tonight. I can't wait for tonight too. Bye, Sarah. Bye, Veronica. Bye, everybody. Y'all have a great day.